Hey YouTube fam, buckle up because we are about to dive headfirst into a cultural phenomenon that will blow your mind. Forget everything you think you know about weddings. Today, we are journeying to the heart of Bulgaria to witness a tradition unlike any other. Imagine a vibrant marketplace bursting with dazzling colors and lively music. But instead of veggies and trinkets, families gather to showcase their most precious treasures, their daughters. This isn't your average shopping spree, folks. Get ready for a cultural roller coaster where tradition meets modern twists and love takes center stage in the most unexpected way. Is it a barbaric act of selling women or a vibrant celebration of community and finding your perfect match? We're about to uncover the truth behind the rumors, explore the fascinating customs, and meet the real people behind this controversial tradition. So hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, and get ready for an adventure you won't forget. This is the Roma Bride Market. Let's go. Throughout history, various ethnic groups have coexisted on Earth, forming societies in their inhabitant regions. Almost every society has cultures, traditions, and lifestyle which set them apart and make them unique. The Romani, sometimes referred to as gypsies, are one of these communities. They have been in existence for hundreds of years, leading distinct lives in different countries. Approximately 2 million of them reside in Turkey, while the majority are found in the Balkans. The Romani roots trace back to the northern India. The people you now label as Romani or Gypsies are initially of Indian descent, my friends. They don't particularly like the term Gypsy, especially in the UK. Romani is preferred as the term Gypsy is derogatory and disparaging. The Romani people do not appreciate being called Gypsies. On the other hand, these people migrated westward in groups from the regions of India and Pakistan around 420 AD. Countries such as England, Greece, Bulgaria, Romania are predominantly among these regions. Today, their total global population is thought to be around 10 million. There are various theories about why the Romani left their homeland in India and migrated eastward. Some say these people were captured by Western rulers as enslaved people in the 4th century AD and transported to the West. Others emphasize that the Romani were bought as mercenaries to be used in wars and starting living among Western states. What's interesting about the Romani is that regardless of where they migrate, they maintain a similar lifestyle and culture in that region. For example, they love practicing fortune telling and being fortune tellers irrespective of where they are. Men, on the other hand, usually engage in music related activities and livestock farming. Both men and women share a deep connection to music and dance. In other words, they derive great pleasure from dancing. However, the Romani experience marginalization in the most countries worldwide. They are not readily accepted by society in their countries, and people often maintain a reserved attitude towards them. This relates somewhat to the Romani because they do not socialize much within the community. For example, they withdraw their children from school at a young age, they live together in specific neighborhoods and have their districts. They don't live solitary lives in a single neighborhood. Additionally, they often prefer to marry within their community. These unique characteristics contribute to their social exclusion. Now let's talk about Bulgaria, one of these countries. In Bulgaria, the Romani live in isolation from the rest of the country. Therefore, both Bulgarians and Romani have a somewhat distant relationship. So let's delve into the bride markets in Bulgaria, which is the main topic of this video, and try to understand the lives of the Romani in this country. The Romani people in the country generally do not favor working. They find vacant land and customize it according to their preferences, turning these lands into Romani neighborhoods, especially drawing a line between them and the rest of society. However, for Bulgarians, the main issue is not this separation. They are more concerned that the Romani live without paying bills, illegally using essential resources such as electricity and water, and exploiting the country's resources. Bulgarians claim that the cost of these illegal uses consumed by the Romani are reflected in their taxes. Hence, the Bulgarians' cold attitude towards the Romani seems to stem from their unregulated lifestyle and the disregard for rules. Years ago, the number of Romani in Bulgaria was much higher. After Bulgaria joined the United Nations, the country's borders opened and tens of thousands of Romani people rushed to various European countries through Bulgaria. Therefore, the Romani population in Bulgaria has lightened a bit in recent years. Today, these people in Bulgaria live in shantytown-style neighborhoods, mainly in the underdeveloped rural areas of the cities. The Romani regions in Bulgaria consist consists of neglected areas with minimal state investment. Many roads have worn out asphalt, the paint on houses is peeling, and green areas are getting worse due to neglect. When you look at the items they use in their homes and their houses, their situation is not particularly uplifting. Their quality of life can be described as a bit below average rural living conditions. In these village houses, they generally engage in pig farming. The houses are not in the form of apartment-style buildings, but rather consist of independent, garden-equipped 30 or 40-year-old structures. For these reasons, the Romani in Bulgaria have a peculiar tradition that they organize yearly. It's such a strange tradition that these impoverished communities believe it can save their lives and see it as an opportunity in their lives. Because Bulgaria faces significant unemployment and a considerable portion of the population lives a middle-class life. Especially the Romani in Bulgaria, having a much lower quality of life, have created an opportunity for themselves through their daughters. In the past Anatolian culture, if a man and woman wanted to get married, the man's side would pay a dowry to the woman's father. This situation was frequently depicted in old Turkish movies. In other words, a dowry was paid to girl's family for a trousseau gift, and in return, the girls would be taken from their families. However, this perception changed in many countries over time, and the concept of a dowry disappeared. Nowadays, even in less developed countries, money is not directly paid to girls. However, in Bulgaria, the Romani still practice this tradition. Moreover, it is not the usual dowry situation, because when a man pays a dowry, there was usually a prior acquaintance between the girl and the boy, and they loved each other. The situation in Bulgaria has been reduced entirely to a commercial dimension. Romani families in Bulgaria take their daughters out of school after primary education, preparing them for marriage and sort of selling them, my friends. Moreover, they do this openly in public markets, and the Bulgarian government doesn't impose any sanctions against it. These markets, organized at certain times of the year, attract participation from various parts of Bulgaria. Here, people give away their daughters for money to strangers. For many of you, this might seem extremely outdated and primitive. However, this tradition still exists for the Kalaidzhi clan in Bulgaria, and the locals consider it a part of their culture. Therefore, we are conveying this tradition, which they assume a part of their culture. On the day the bride market opens, a sweet excitement begins in the homes of Romani families. The daughters are trying to look as stylish and attractive as possible. For instance, Romani families start preparing for that day a year in advance, buying expensive clothes and shoes to make their daughters look elegant. When preparations are complete, they take their daughters to the market. Interestingly, there's no situation here resembling forced marriage. In Bulgaria, Romani girls go to the market happily and they seem content with the situation. Perhaps due to not actively participating in society, they might fear the possibility of never getting married, and they see these markets as an opportunity for their own lives. On the other hand, the price of a girl at the market varies according to her age and beauty. Similarly, these prices are determined by the girl's father, and the sale takes place according to his wishes. For example, the price of an 8-year-old girl is higher than that of a 25-year-old. If high offers come for their daughters, families take pride in it and express it at every opportunity. Or if they got married this way in the past, they boast about being worth so many leva at that time. As you know, Bulgaria is one of the lowest income countries in Europe, and the dollar is quite valuable in this country. Therefore, the concept of money is one of the most useful elements for the people in this country. Since the impact of this money on the purchasing power in Bulgaria is relatively high, it is seen as a sufficient amount for the dowry. For instance, the blue-eye color gene is much rarer in Bulgaria compared to the rest of Europe. Therefore, these factors directly affect the increase in the price. Although the situation of buying people with money, as is repulsive as it can be, the strange thing is not just this. Both the bride side and the groom side see each other for the first time in the market. Romani families in Bulgaria don't want their daughters to make friends by socializing. They say that flirtations and situations resembling a romantic relationship harm family culture and carry risks. Romani children, regardless of gender, are married off at the age of 13 or 14 by being taken to these markets. Therefore, you can see them much in the social life there. In the last stage, they will get married and establish a home. In this way, although Romani may not be very popular in the countries they are in, generally seen as people who do not work without education, they continue to preserve their culture without assimilating and maintain these traditions. They love living daily life, living for entertainment without accumulating wealth. In the end, they are happy within themselves, and you can find and visit Romani neighborhoods almost anywhere in the world.